For Bronson and Nigel. Bronson, their defense, I guess I'm curious how difficult it was coming off the screens, and for Nigel, just their defense in general, making you work for some difficult shots and preventing you from getting to the rim cleanly.
What was the question in there? Sorry.
For you first, their defense, especially on the high screens, the way they attacked you on the screens.
Yeah.
And Nigel, I was asking about keeping him out of the lane and making him take tough shots. One for you.
Did you hear the question in that? Yeah, I mean, every time I came off a ball screen, I felt like they, doubled me off that hard hedge with one of their 7-footers. So, I mean, they made everything really tough for me, and I'm sure that was their game plan, just to get the ball out of my hands. And I tried to do that the best I could, and Vito did a great job of hitting some mid-range jumpers, so it took a little pressure off me.
I thought they did a better job than the team we played Wednesday with, doubling in the post. They're bringing extra help for that, and being a selfish player, I always try and find my teammates, and we did a lot better job this time of knocking down open shots. But as the game went on, just me being looked at as a leader of the team, I took it on myself to try and shoot through those, and the ball didn't go in this time, but turn around, we'll get another crack at it next game.
Jeff?
Bronson, do you think, given the struggles you guys had against UWM to score, that sometimes you're putting a little too much pressure on yourself, that you feel you have to put points in there, or not?
Not really. I mean, I've always been a pass-first point guard, so like we were just talking about, when they double me off the ball screens, I try to hit the open man. But also, I'm still trying to decide when to, be aggressive and when to pass and when I need to take over and stuff like that. So it's still an ongoing process, and I think I just need to do a little better job of when I'm coming off that ball screen and maybe the big does switch onto me, being a little more patient, maybe getting them off balance and then shooting, because a couple of those jumpers I shot were a little off balance. So if I do that and maybe win the game.
Gennaro, over on the right.
For Vito, how tough was it to guard their bigs today?
Yeah, their bigs are really good, mostly just because they're aggressive. They continue to attack you, and so they put a lot of pressure on us to, stay solid and not, get fouls. And they did a good job of getting Ethan in foul trouble in the first half. So, but I think in the second half, down the stretch, we did a better job of trying to make it harder for them to catch it in the post. And, yeah, I think we did better in the second half.
Zach, over on the left.
Nigel, Bo was just in here talking about how happy he was that you guys showed some fight towards the end and didn't really give up. How did you think the team fought tonight in terms of trying to make that comeback, even though it ultimately fell short?
I think we did a much better job in that little span playing, and whenever you win or lose, you always remember that it's not as bad as it is or as good as it is, and we can see that within that little run that we had that we're capable of playing a better brand of basketball, and if we could put that little span into an entire game, then obviously we'd be a much better team.
Jeff?
Nigel, along those lines of that spurt where you guys played some good ball and got back in, are you frustrated at this point that the consistency of that kind of basketball has been elusive yet?
It's always frustrating when you lose games, but we're trying to learn as much as we can from these losses. Not that you need to lose to learn, but with the results of those being losses in these close games, that we see what we're capable of doing. And in each one of these losses, we see a stretch where this is the basketball we're supposed to play. These are the principles and fundamentals we're supposed to apply. And then we look at the entirety of the game, and then we see we didn't do that. So if we can try and channel some of those spurts that we have in these losses and find a way to put that into an entire game, like I said, we'll definitely be a much better team.
Tom?
Vito, it's back here. It's been a long time since Wisconsin lost back-to-back non-conference games at home. How concerning is that to you guys that you're getting close to the Big Ten season here and this kind of thing can happen that doesn't usually happen?
We don't look at it as concerning. We're just like Nigel said, we're just learning every time. And, yeah, we're not going to hang our heads after this game, but we're just going to go back to the drawing board, see what we could have done better, and simply apply it to the next game. We don't look at it as, you know, oh, we lost 2 in a row, we're done now. You know, we're just trying to get the next one, and so that's our goal.
Jim?
Vito, when you look and you see you got outscored 36-16 in the paint, how difficult was it to get anything going around the rim with Ellenson and Fisher there?
I was mostly on the perimeter, so I'm not really sure, but I know they're real long and they were strong and they played hard, and so it definitely made it tough for us to get buckets inside. But I think we just got to do a better job, like Bronson said, of just being more patient, even when we're down low in the post. A lot of times we kind of rushed the shot or threw something up when we could have got a better base, got lower, and then kind of exploded up a little bit more.